be done. Whoa. I wasn't recording this so well. Anyway, you need to be ready for these parts that are going to come up. So this is going to be the more difficult material probably that you see. There were a few questions about what we did yesterday. Some people came in and saw me this morning. Don't feel bad if you got questions. This stuff can sometimes appear difficult. But what I need you to do today is we want to solve this type of equation, 8 to the x equals 162. And if you can understand this first principle idea, you should be good to go the rest of the way. Okay? So just follow my reasoning here. 8 to what power is 162? What if I had 8 to the first? What's 8 to the first? 8 to the first would be 8. 8 to the second would be 64. 8 to the third, 512. So we know that it's going to be between what two numbers? 2 and 3. And here's the way that we can do it. If you look at this sheet right here, you can see at the bottom it says, sorry, I've got this from another class. It says that if you have the log base a of a to the x, what happens? Those cancel because they are inverse operations. It leaves you with just x. Similarly, if you take a and raise it to a log base a of x, you end up with x. Again, logarithms solve for exponents. Okay? So let's use that exact property in order to solve these equations right here. Now, this is review from last year, but I do know that we're going more quickly, and but it should be somewhat familiar. If I want the 8 to go away and leave me with just the x, I'm going to take the log base 8 of 8 to the x. And if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other, and I get log base 8 of 162. So, just follow my step here. What happens on the left-hand side? It does cancel. What am I left with? Now, do you remember yesterday, how did we solve log base 8 of 162? Because we don't have a base 8 on our calculator. Good. I take the log of 162 and I divide it by the log of 8. I use my change of base formula. I get that. So on your calculator, you can try it. I've already worked these problems out. But what is the log of 162 divided by the log of 8? Everybody got it? $2.45. Now, we said at the beginning that our answer should be between 2 and 3. Is it be between 2 and 3? Yeah, so it makes sense. If you plug it back in, you're actually, if you plug in 2.45, you're going to get 163. Logarithms like to be written to, say, 4 or 5 decimal places. You're not going to be asked to write to 4 or 5 decimal places. You could just write to the hundredths. But on your test, sometimes here's what people do on the test. They guess and guess and guess until they get a number that's just close enough. If you don't have the work supporting your answer on the test, I will not give you credit. So you know, we knew it was going to be about 2.5, and we started that from the beginning, did we not? So so not always the most reliable when people do that. Okay, next one. What is the base for letter B? E. So I'm going to do what to both sides? Natural log of e to the x equals natural log of 2. Sure, go ahead, right? Log base e. What happens in this case? The natural log and the base e cancel, and I'm left with x, and I have the natural log of 2. You have that button on your calculator. Natural log of 2 is 0.69. And we're done. How about C? What do I do to both sides? Log base 17 of 17 to the x is equal to log base 17 of 64. What happens to the left-hand side? Crosses out, I'm left with x. And how about the right-hand side? Log base 17 of 64. Do log of 64 divided by log of 17. What do you get? 1.47? Good. Why don't you try to do D, E, and F on your own? When you get an answer, come and put it up on the board. Try D, E, and F on your own. When you get an answer, come put it on the board. Okay, these are the answers. Everybody got them right. Way to go. You're super smart. And here we go. So we have e to the 2x minus 3 equals 7. Now the x in the denominator is surrounded by other stuff. What should we do first? Good. Log base e, or natural log of both sides. E to the 2x minus 3 equals natural log of 7. That's going to free up the exponent for us. So what's going to happen is the natural log and the base e will cancel, and that will leave you with 2x minus 3 equals the natural log of 7. What is the natural log of 7? I need a calculator. 1.945. So 1.95. Great. Now what? Solve it just like normal. Add the 3. 2x is equal to 4.95. And divide by 2. X is 2.48. Yes? No? Okay. B, do I start by taking the natural log or the log of both sides? What do I start by doing? Divide both sides by? Dos. That's Spanish for 2. 934 divided by 2. Let's see, 400. What, 67? It's negative. What now? Subtract 9. I have negative 12. 7 minus x equals negative 476. Divide by a negative. Get 12 to the 7 minus x is equal to 476. Now what? Log base 12 of both sides. I need to use the space here. I'm running out of room. So we got log base 12 of 12 to the 7 minus x is equal to log base 12 of 476. Well, we know what's going to happen to the left-hand side. The log base 12 and the 12 cancel, leaving you with 7 minus x. To the right-hand side, how do we figure out log base 12 of 476? We divide. Take log of 476 and divide it by log of 12. 2.48. Subtract 7 from both sides. Negative x equals 4.52. Negative 4.52. Divide by your negative x is 4.52. So again, let's pause here and let's reflect. Had I asked you the other day to solve that type of equation, you would have thought I was nuts. Yet, was it really that bad? No, a few steps. Kitty see. A few steps, but really, once you know this trick right here, I mean, this is the key, right? Taking the log with the correct base of both sides. Once you know how to do that, then you can see the magic behind logarithms and why it all works. Let's do e together, and then you guys can do the other 3 on your own. What's different about this one? Squared in the numerator. That's okay. Or in the exponent. What do you want to do first? Subtract 6. So we always have to isolate the base with the exponent. There goes my phone. Pause YouTube. All right, we subtract 6 from both sides. And we get negative 5 to the x squared minus 4 is equal to negative 149. Now what to do to both sides? Divide out the negative. 5 to the x squared minus 4 is equal to 149. Log base of 5 of both sides. I need log base 5 of 149. So I go log of 149 divided by log of 5. 3.11. X squared is equal to 7.11. What to do, what to do? Square both sides. X is equal to plus or minus 2.67. So you have 2 answers. Yes? Got it? Why don't you try on your own? C, D, and this says D, it should be F. Please try those. After you do it, I'll give you your assignment. If you need help, I will come around and help you. When you get the answer, put your problem on the board. Okay, guys, here's the answers. A couple pieces, though. Take out your scratch sheet of paper that you're going to do your homework on, and we need to show you one more problem because there's a problem in your homework that you're going to need a little bit more help with. So there's your assignment, and then write this down, okay? Okay, so the problems that we did earlier just involved a single exponent. Now we have 2 bases with 2 exponents. If I take the log base 5 of both sides, that's not going to cancel out the 3. If I take the log base 3 of both sides, that's not going to cancel out the 5. There's a little trick here, but which one would you like to do? Would you like to do log base 5 or log base 3? Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll do log base 5 of 5 to the 2x is equal to log base 5 of 3 to the x minus 1. Now, what happens to the left side? You cancel that off and you're left with 2x. No, I'm just making up an example to help you for your assignment, okay? So this is an example. Okay, this one, do the 5 and the 3 cancel off? I need to get at that x, though. Is there another way of getting at that x? What? Danny sees it. You could take this and put it right there. Right? So I will have parentheses x minus 1 times, what is log base 5 of 3? I do log of 3 divided by log of 5, and I get 0.68. I'm going to distribute that through. 2x equals 0.68x minus 0.68. How do I solve? Subtract 0.68 from both sides. I get 1.32x is equal to negative 0.68. Divide both sides by 1.32. So negative 0.68 divided by 1.32, negative 0.515. So see that trick? That's a good trick. Some people had questions from their assignment yesterday. Totally get it. You should not. If you're expecting to go through, college algebra, trig, calculus, and really not have to stop and ask questions about any problems, then you're considering yourself a mathematical genius. Most of the time, people have to ask some questions. So that's okay. Let me stop this and we'll go from there.